This is the Pink Lifestyle Podcast. Rebranded, updated, and now based on the practice of mindfulness. It is my mission to guide and coach women toward a pink lifestyle. Purposeful, intentional, natural, and kind. We'll do this by discussing topics such as image and presence enrichment, integrative self-care, health and wellness, mindful thinking, and spiritual awareness. I am your host, Karen Bannister, and I am a certified image consultant and life coach. My opinions and insights are based on scientific research, personal experiences, and my own intuitive power, and will help your physical representation awaken and represent your inner strength and self-image. You can contact me on my website, KarenKBannister.com, or email pinklifestylepodcast@gmail.com. I invite you to follow and connect with me on social media channels as the Pink Lifestyle Podcast. This podcast can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and others. Thank you for listening, and your journey toward finding your personal inner power begins now. Welcome to the Pink Lifestyle Podcast with Karen Bannister. I do appreciate your time being here. It is my mission to help you lead a pink life, purposeful, intentional, natural, and kind. And through that, we talk about image excellence, we talk about health and fitness and wellness, self-care, and all sorts of just amazing topics and amazing guests, which brings me to this week. My special guest this week is a lifelong fitness enthusiast. She has multiple certifications and trainings and licenses, and just an amazingly talented and intelligent woman, knows what she's talking about on all these levels. And little disclaimer, she's my sister.
Hi.
Everybody, help me give a grand welcome to Michele Sundeen. Yay!
Hey!
Thank you, Michele. Thank you for being here and being my first guest on the podcast. I do appreciate it. And, like I started off, you're a lifelong fitness enthusiast. You call yourself, and just all sorts of going on. Now, I've been privy to the lifelong part of it. But I mean, it's been an amazing journey for you and for everyone else in your life too. But so I would like you to take a few minutes, and share with us, tell us how you got started, what got you into it, what do you do, where do you go, your favorite parts. I mean, we are all ears. Please take it away.
Well, okay. First of all, thank you for asking me to be here. I feel very honored to be your first guest. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Oh, so no pressure on me. Okay.
Oh, no.
So my story, as you know, I grew up dancing. That was my love. I was constantly active. Dance class. We had a pool. I was always swimming. Mm-hmm. I was always go, 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 go. Like now I like to sit on the couch. I didn't back then. However, so growing up, it was dance. When I hit junior high and high school, it was dance clubs. It was cheerleading. It was spirit line. It was anything that involved activities with music and dancing and just being active and being happy and peppy, which is one thing I think I've never outgrown. I was all about it. So I followed that into my first attempt at going to college as a dance major at Arizona State University, and I failed magnificently. It was awful. And
we're all about trying things and failing and trying over.
And I did it wonderfully. It was huge. And all of my dance classes, A. But then, as you know, you have to do the math and the English and the science, and those are C, D, C, D. So it was, yes, it was awful. It was embarrassing. So I knew I needed a change in my life. I had to do something. So I found a funded way to run away from home, and I joined the U.S. Navy.
Yay! Woo-hoo! U.S. Navy!
Yeah, so imagine the dance major going to the recruiter saying, I want to join the Navy. So that was that went over well. And so I of course, I picked a job that's right at my description, and I became an aviation structural mechanic.
Awesome.
But I know. I surprised a lot of people with that.
Yes,
but
you did.
And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then I discovered, while in the Navy, of course, there are physical standards you have to uphold. There's the biannual physical test you have to pass. And
nice.
I found myself...
Wait, biannual physical test?
Is that the right word? Twice a year. Is that the right word?
Okay, if I had to take a physical test twice a year, we might have issues, but okay. So okay, go ahead.
Yes, we had twice a year. You had to run a mile and a half. You had to do, and depending on your age, had to do it in a certain amount of time. And then you had to do so many sit-ups and so many push-ups.
Okay.
And I actually enjoyed it. I was one of the weird ones. But I found myself helping the people that were having a difficult time passing the test. Oh. And I was approached by my chief asking if I wanted to become a member of that program. Of course, yes, thank you very much. So thanks to the United States Navy, I got to go to 5 different schools to learn. I mean, there was basically getting a mini crash course in, being a personal trainer and nutrition and how to run the program and just how to be involved and to help people. And I loved it. Plus, being stationed in Maine, these schools were in Florida in January.
Oh, bonus!
Of course I want to go to that school.
Right.
So I came back and I started helping facilitate the test. And over the next, course of the next year, they handed me the entire program for my squadron.
Look at
which,
you. All right.
Which, if you understand rank structure in the military, I was only a second-class petty officer in E5. And this is something normally run by a chief petty officer, an E7. So they handed it to me. Oh. So no pressure there, right?
So we're good. Okay.
I was flattered. And then because I helped out my squadron so well, our numbers went through the roof. I improved, they call it the mandatory fitness program. If you can't pass the program, we just call it the Mando Commando. But I took everything I learned in those schools and I opted for the additional one, including the nutrition, and I set up an entire nutrition program, not for just our squadron, but for the entire base of people that could not pass the test, that were having trouble making weight. Because that's the other part of it. You have to be within regulations, weight-wise, according to your height. I mean, if you're borderline, they break out the tape measure.
Oh, my.
Okay.
But I mean, in that environment, it makes sense.
Absolutely. For some people, it was embarrassing. For a lot of people, it was very humbling. For me, I found it empowering because one person that comes to me in March, who was out of regulations, joins my program, comes back in August, and they're passing with flying colors.
That's amazing.
So I was hooked right then.
Right. That must have felt, my God, to have that such positive influence. I mean, not just passing the test, but you improved their health and extended their life and improved their lives. I mean, that must have felt fantastic.
You have no idea. And I'm still in contact with a lot of those people today. I mean, I got out of the Navy in 2005, and I'm still in touch with a lot of those people. And they're still on the right path. They're still working out. They're still eating right. So I just feel very lucky that I was able to be in that position to help them.
That's amazing. I knew you were involved in some sort of health program in the Navy, but to be honest, everybody, I didn't know to what extent. I'm just learning this along with you.
Surprise.
So, no, it's amazing. So not only am I sitting here interviewing this woman, you got a proud big sister sitting here thinking that's just fantastic. And a lot of the stuff that's I know comes in later in your life makes so much more sense now. But that's very impressive. I'm so glad you shared that with us today. Because damn, woman, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Navy Achievement Medal. I got all kinds of awards and accolades for it, but they're packed away in a box because that I didn't do it for the awards. The seeing the people improve their life and make these choices and decisions, and to see where they are now, that's why I did it. To get the award and the acknowledgement was fantastic. However, that's not why I did that job. It's not why I was there.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so you left the Navy, and what year did you say?
2005.
Wow, it's been that long already. Wow.
I know, right?
So, and I'm sure, left with flying honors, sure, whatever, and then you re-enter civilian life. And then what? Then what happens?
Well, I went from being full on go, 24 hours a day to being a stay-at-home mom, with stepmom to all these new kids that came into my life, and just had a new baby. So I went from go to where are my pants?
Oh, you literally, you're not alone, okay?
No, it was just overnight. We left Maine, we moved to New York, and all of a sudden our whole life just went, and I felt very lost for a very long time, trying to figure out, because everything that I had that I loved was gone.
Right.
So it took a while. We had Sophia in 2007, and that next year I joined our local gym, the BHC for women. I loved it, and that's where I kind of found my groove again. Got back in there, and Zumba is my absolute 100% love. I live, eat, breathe Zumba. I annoy my family to no extent with Zumba. But I'll be honest.
Was Zumba already a class at that gym, or
it was?
Okay, so that's how you found it. Okay,
it was. Well, a little funny side note. I remember Zumba actually came out in 2001, and it started with the infomercials at like 3 a.m. So literally all it was the creator, Beto Perez, literally dancing in front of a white sheet with someone playing music behind him saying, "Buy my videos." Well, I remember Abigail was little at the time. I was up for some 3 a.m. feeding, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I turned the TV on, and I saw this infomercial, and I laughed. What is that?
Right.
Fast forward, 7 years, I'm at the gym, and I see this Zumba on the schedule, and I'm thinking, that can't be the same thing I saw.
Wow.
There's no way. But I'll be honest, the very first Zumba class I took, I hated it. It was awful.
Okay.
Really, I hated it. And this was like when I think back, this was my very first, maybe you should do this, because I'm taking this class. And if anybody out there has ever taken Zumba, it's all about the music. It's all about the energy. It's all about the, sharing and exchanging of energies and just being in the moment. Well, this instructor literally faced away from the class, head down the entire time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
So I walked out and said, well, that's just not for me. I was going to say something else. And so, you're on camera, Michele, knock it off. And I vowed I'd never go back.
Wow. And
then I go back the next week, and a friend of mine's there. She's going to go, oh, my friend Holly, she's the instructor. Go try this. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I walk in, and literally the first song, I was hooked. Because I wish the whole world could take a class with Holly, because she's just got this energy that just sucks you right in. And I want to do this. I want to do this. But it took me 2 years of just taking her classes and going. Mm-hmm. And finally a training was coming into town. And because you have to be trained by Zumba, you have to get your license with them. You can't just go take some classes and say, okay, I'm an instructor now.
Right.
And so the training was coming. And I came home and I told Bill, my husband, and he thought I was insane. You want to do what?
Right.
And I went, and it's all day. We're 8 to 5 all day, moving, dancing, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I remember just coming home feeling like the luckiest person in the world. And I've been, how long has that been now? I've been an instructor 9 years. Wow. And I love it as much today as I did the first time.
That's amazing. To find something in your life that you can love that long. That's impressive. That's amazing.
I feel very lucky and very blessed that I found it, and the training was in the area, and I was able to do that. It's opened up so many doors for me and so many opportunities, and it's brought so many people into my life that I would have never met otherwise. Right. So I feel very lucky.
Oh yeah, there's so many more levels to this health and wellness and exercise than just the actual act of exercising itself. I mean,
you are correct.
social benefit and the interactions you get with people is worth maybe almost as much as the actual physical movement itself. As that's my humble opinion. So to be able to effect on people, is amazing. All right, so you're the local Zumba queen. And you also do something called bar flow. What is?
Yes.
Explain to people what bar flow is and what the difference is and why you do that also.
Okay, bar flow is, well, I found it on accident. I found Carly online. I found one of her YouTube videos and I watched it. And like you already know, dance is in my background. And as much as I love Zumba and the constant, I was missing the other half. So bar flow is a combination of Pilates, a vinyasa yoga flow, and traditional ballet bar work. And it's all smooshed into this one hybrid, amazingly butt-kicking class. And you wouldn't think that moving 2 inches would hurt, but let me tell you how. And so I was doing her videos on YouTube, and she tongue-tied for a moment, sorry. And she posted that she was going to start certifying people to teach her programs.
Oh, okay.
So I reached out to her, and I believe she's out of Albany, New York. So she traveled 5.5 hours to come to where I am to do a training.
Really?
And it was 2 days long, and I couldn't walk for a week.
That's the sign of a good program.
Yeah. And I think it just balances out. Because even with Zumba, I know I have all these other specialties within Zumba, but all of them are very high energy, aerobic, crazy stuff. And then bar flow comes in and just balances out me, my workout, the people that take my classes. So they get every level that your body needs and craves to, be healthy and fit. Wow. So that's how I found that. And I love that almost as much as Zumba.
So, I mean, it sounds like the programs that you provide a very well-rounded and encompassing system.
I try.
You get the aerobic, high-energy workout, but then you also got the other side too. So it seems very balanced.
Well, I know what my body needs, so I'm just trying to share that with everyone else.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned within Zumba different certifications. What is that? Tell us about that. What's that mean?
Oh, we call them specialties.
Okay.
And once you are a licensed Zumba instructor, you are able to branch out and do other programs within the Zumba community. And I think from a marketing standpoint, I think it's genius how they did this. So within Zumba, the ones I do an Aqua Zumba. So it's everything in the pool, which is harder than you would think it is. Mm-hmm. And that's a very a therapeutic class. I have people there that have had full hip replacements, knee replacements, mobility issues. I have a woman with cerebral palsy that comes and takes my class. Oh, wow. And I that is my favorite one because everybody can take that class and everybody will get something out of it. Plus, it's just fun. It's in the pool. Come on.
Well, I mean, almost everybody's in the pool. I've seen.
Yeah, I'm up on the deck. I'm not in the pool, so I'm dying in the sun. And everyone's, I'm in the pool. This is great. I'm like,
But as an attendee, I haven't taken the class, but I was there one day, everybody, and everybody was in the pool having a great time. And there's Michele on the side of the pool working her little buns off, doing her thing. So I've witnessed that myself. Okay,
it's a good time.
So Aqua, what else? Are there different levels of fitness, different ages? What do you
Well, do? I have the license in what's called Zumba Gold, which is designed for the elderly, or those in the advanced ages, or anybody who has any issues with jumping and twisting. I recommend that. I have a lot of my older ladies at the gym that they come to that class because they do have bad knees or bad hips, or they're 90 years old and they can't twist around and all this stuff because they'll fall over. And but it's enough of an aerobic challenge that they get their heart rate up. It's the same music. It's the same feeling. I just tweak the they teach you how to work with people with limited mobility. It's your training. That's what you're trained to do. So when someone comes in and says, I've got new knees, and you're like, I've got you. So that one's fun. I do that one at our gym here in Springville, as well as, once they open back up, I do it at our local senior center, which is a good thing. Yeah, there's also a chair component to that one. So if someone is in a wheelchair or they can't stand for a long time, they can still party with us. It's a good time.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so you've got your Zumba, you've got your bar flow. Any other physical classes that you do?
Not now.
Not yet. Okay.
Because our gym is closed.
Yes. Well, yeah, I know.
But yeah, I know. I live in New York, so none of our gyms are open yet. But when they are open, I do a flexibility class. All about, it's not yoga because I'm not a yogi person. I like taking yoga, but I don't teach it. Mm-hmm. But it's more about stretching and like flexibility and just using your body to get, a lot of it is done sitting down. A lot of it is breathing and just, for lack of a better term, lubing up those joints.
Fabulous. No, we all do that.
It's fun. And then I sub all over the place. If someone, hey, I got a body sculpt class. Okay, I'll be right there. And I can teach just about anything except cycling because I don't like it. Right. But that's the beauty of fitness, because no matter who you are, no matter what you like, there is a class for you. So I'm doing my thing now.
Go for it. Give it.
I love the fitness industry as a whole. I mean, that's why you see 65,000 different classes or brands or programs, because it's not a one size fits all. And that's why within each program, there are tens of thousands of instructors, because I know personally, if I don't go in and connect with that instructor, I'm not coming back. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. And I know there's people out there that don't connect with me, and that's okay. That's why there's 10,000 Zumba instructors. That's why I honestly don't know how many bar flow instructors there are, but if I'm not the instructor for them, somebody is. Mm-hmm. And I am never offended by that, because I'm the same way. I understand.
Right. That's wonderful. And I'm sure people are glad to hear that they might try a fitness class, different kinds, and they don't like it, so they quit because they think that's it.
Right.
I mean, some of us know that, and like you just said, probably more than most, that's not the case. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have tried some sort of moving physical fitness class that you didn't like and didn't suit you, try something else. Keep going back. It's so important.
Yes.
your life and to your lifestyle and your fitness and your health and just everything in general, try something else. Even if you think, if it's something you maybe think that you won't like, it's like buying clothes, right? You find something on the rack and you think, oh, that's hideous. And then you put it on and it's fabulous. Or the reverse. Oh, this
Right.
is how you fit. You put it on and you go, ugh. Okay. Fitness classes can kind of be the same way. That's my 2 cents. But because I've had the same experience, gone to different classes and gone, ew, and then gone someplace else and gone, wait a minute, where was this person a month ago?
Right.
Right? So, okay, so you do your fitness classes. Are there other components of health and wellness in which you are involved and you want to share with people?
Well, yeah, I'm also, plug. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne, and they are organic, non-GMO, vegan, cruelty-free. I love them for their nutrition. I love protein shakes because they're easy to throw together, quick and well, I won't say cheap, but it's an easy, quick way to get all your nutrition. And I found Arbonne through my yoga instructor because she is, talk about health and fitness guru. Oh my goodness. So I found it through her, and I've noticed a change in my body, how I feel. I'm not sluggish and bloated and just that general, you know what I'm talking about, that feeling you get weighed down and heavy. And so I joined on and ran with it. I use practically every single product that company has to offer because I know I can trust it. They are, whereas like I think in the United States, we have, as far as food goes and makeup, I think we have 15 banned ingredients from the FDA, but Arbonne has over 2,000 that they ban from their products. Mm-hmm. And looking around in the past couple of years, our family, my husband's side of the family, as well as I've lost a lot of people through cancer, heart disease, obesity, Alzheimer's, and I'm looking around at what's in my environment that I can change to maybe not cure or stop, but slow down and hold off for a little while. How can I, what am I using in my home? What's in my makeup? What's in my nutrition? What am I feeding my kids?
Right.
And it made me stop. I never used to be a label reader. I never. But now my kids make fun of me because I'm in the store, glasses on, reading everything, going, nope. And plus, both my girls have some different food sensitivities, so I have to be really careful with what I feed them still. And they can use and eat anything that comes from Arbonne with no problem whatsoever.
Wow.
And I've through that as well. I mean, I don't push it when I'm in my gym. I don't talk about it when I'm in classes because when I'm at the gym, I'm there to do that job. Right. If anybody asks me, what do you eat? What do you use? How do you keep your energy up? Great questions. I will see you after class, and then we'll talk about it. And I've shared with them what I use, and it's changed and helped a lot of people as well. And that's just another thing that I feel very fortunate that I stumbled upon and then said, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm jumping on board. No questions asked. And I haven't looked back, and I love it. So yeah, I look at, health and fitness is not just how much you're moving. Anybody can move, but what are you putting into your body? What are you doing? Kind of like, if you drive a Ferrari, would you put diesel fuel in it? Right. No. Right. Same kind of thing. If you're going to drive a Ferrari, you're going to put good gas. You're going to put you're going to put some good gas in it.
That's a perfect analogy.
That just came to my mind, and I'm sorry if that's awkward, but that was funny.
No, it was perfect.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at me. I'm blushing.
Hey, so if you're listening to us on like a regular podcast platform, go to YouTube so you can watch Michele blush.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so again, physical fitness is the center of your life.
Yes.
Then you also have the nutrition part with the Arbonne, which,
yes,
as a disclaimer, I use the products. That vanilla protein shake you talked about is the bomb. Okay. Mix it up with some. I mix mine up with some almond milk and some yogurt and a little bit of the greens thing, and I am good. Oh, anyway.
Right.
So anyway, so this is you've had an amazing experience starting with the Navy and all these trainings. So what's in the future for you? Where do you have any plans you're ready to share or want to share, or goals or dreams, or what do you see happening?
I am actually working on, I'm trying to find the right program because there's 10 million programs out there. I want to become a licensed and or certified nutrition coach. I think that's my next step.
Okay.
As far as fitness goes and teaching other classes, I also have to listen to my body. A couple of years ago, I was up to teaching like 7 or 8 classes a week. I mean, I was skinny, but I also had a fracture in my foot. I dislocated my knee and yada, 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 yada. And I've pulled back and I'm just listening to my body right now. And it's telling me that what you're doing right now is fine. Please don't give me any more. And it took me a long time to learn how to, listen to the clues that my body gives me. But here I am, and I'm glad I am. So, how else can I help people? What is my next step? And I believe that's my next venture. Once we get everything calmed down here, we're still, we have a kid in college. We don't know what she's doing yet. We have an 8th grader. We don't know what she's doing yet. Right. So as soon as we get some school plans and understand what's happening, I'm going to be launching into that next step because I think that's the best thing I can do to help other people.
That's really exciting, and as the big sister, I approve. I think that would be it. I think that would be a perfect path for you, and I could, it's like, yeah, I can totally see you doing that. Makes perfect sense. That's really exciting. Is there anything else you would like to share with everybody before we wrap this up?
The one thing that I would love to share with everybody out there is the hardest part of making any changes in your life is the first step. Whether it's fitness or changing, I won't use the word diet. I hate that word. Mm-hmm. So whether it's fitness or changing the way you eat, how you fuel your body, whether it's deciding to, start a new job and move across the country, whatever you do, the hardest part is the first step. You've already made the decision, so do it. And once you take that first step, once you get that ball rolling, you'll be surprised at how it starts to, just all come together. And you're going to learn new things about yourself. You're going to find new abilities that you didn't know you had. Maybe the first fitness class you go to, you peter out halfway through. You know what? That's okay. Mm-hmm. Next time you go back, it'll get a little better and better and better. And before you know it, you're going to be the one in front of the class.
Oh, that is perfect advice. That's amazing advice. Thank you so much for sharing your life story and yourself with everybody here. If anybody wants to get a hold of you, if they have any more questions or want to follow you on social media, where should they go? How do they do that?
Well, let's see. First of all, if you have any questions you want to get to me, I do have an email. It is Zumba Shelley. Sounds funny. So it was Zumba Shelley. That's my nickname. At yahoo.com. That is my strictly fitness email. Everything that has to do with my work and classes goes right to there. I'm also on Facebook. I have a fitness-specific page on Facebook called Fitness South Towns with Michele. And also on Instagram, I have 2 of them, but for you guys, I will say follow me at Likes Cardio Loves Pizza. So,
so for everybody listening, we're going to have those links in social media posts and in the show notes. So if you didn't get that, that's okay. Just note they are there and you will have access to them. So again, Michele, thank you so much for your time today and sharing all this amazing, enlightening information with everybody. And I know that your message will be encouraging to so many. So again, thank you for opening up and thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. And everybody, I wish everybody to find your own pink lifestyle and have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the Pink Lifestyle Podcast. Again, you can reach me on my website, KarenKBannister.com, or email pinklifestylepodcast@gmail.com. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and others, and on social channels including Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest as Pink Lifestyle Podcast. Congratulations on starting your journey. Please share this with your friends and family and focus on creating your own pink life. Until next time.